What can I do? What can I do? This movie addresses, what can I do? There's a great internet movie out, avant-garde, about a man in a box. It's called Man in the Box. I really thought about this movie, because I think I'm the man in the box, even though I'm a woman. I need to break out. What else is out there? Oh, look at these guys. They're in Alaska. Wilderness. Trekking. It always makes me feel good. I love that. Walking through the woods. Really brings you back to who you are. But then, there's the city. Well, there's life. Going everywhere, to and fro. I sometimes wonder, what am I doing here? What can I do that matters? How can I help the universe? I started checking out movies that affected me. Disposable People by Snowshoe Films exposes the explosion in human trafficking today, worldwide. Slavery. It's mostly children and women, but it affects boys too. Told a story about a choir boy.
In the U.S.
A choir boy was a slave. Imagine that. This is something I could get behind. No, I could get behind this. I want to check out more about Dr. Kevin Bales. He's written Disposable People and Ending Slavery. Claims that China has state-sponsored slavery through the prison system. Walmart imports prison goods made in China. They have a lot of contracts with prisons in China. What's with that? According to Dr. Kevin Bales. Then I started thinking about other things. Food, for instance. Why are there famines? What's going on with genetically modified corn? In 2004, Deborah Coons Garcia filmed the influential and must-see The Future of Food. Monsanto and other companies have patented seeds. And as you know, seeds are fertilized by insects. They're blown with the wind. They have a certain seed that's immune to Roundup. These are genetically modified seeds. The way the seeds are modified, they introduce bacteria like E. coli that can break the cell wall down and modify the gene. This man had seeds blown from a truck onto his property. He's in Canada, and Monsanto sued him for having some of their seeds in his crop. Now, this man's been farming for 50 years, and he fought Monsanto, but he lost in the courts. He lost in the Supreme Court in a 5-4 vote in 2006. This is criminal, that farmers are being made to pay big old Monsanto when they didn't plant the seed, they didn't even know they owned any. This man, Percy, and his wife had to get rid of 50 years of seed that they collected. Neighboring Mexico is worried about contamination of their crops and the consequences. The cost to the farmer is higher than the return to the farmer on corn. So the U.S. is subsidizing it, and our friends in Mexico are worried because corn is their culture. Guess what's happening? Two scientists featured in the film expressed deep concern over compromised research and testing in universities due to tainted funding, and little to no testing by the FDA of the consequences of genetically altered food. It was an eye-opening experience. Now, this is something I could get into. Get me away from here. Fresh my mind, soul. David Lakota's Boundary Waters. Reality is, I am in the box. How do we get off this train? Or how do we at least do something for the world besides just work? Are we being led? Do we really know what there is to know in the world?
What we see from the couch is overwhelmingly a view from the top.
The 411 show.
This small group of elites determine what ordinary people do not see or hear.
What?
A few huge corporations now dominate the media landscape in America. Virtually everything the average person sees or hears outside of her own personal communications is determined by the interest of private, unaccountable executives and investors whose primary goal is increasing profits and raising the country's share price.
Then I go to
Cynthia
Washington.
McKinney.
We need a media that strengthens democracy, not a media that strengthens the government.
September 11, 2001 happened. And I asked a very innocent question.
My snowshoe
And that is,
films.
what did the administration know? And when did it know it? I was excoriated, vilified by what are called today mainstream media.
This is censorship of knowledge by monopolization of the means of information.
Human beings have a great responsibility because we're the animal endowed by our Creator with the ability to understand what's going on and to decide what to do about it. Human beings are now the dominant force on this planet and affecting its natural systems. Our responsibility in doing that becomes acute, and the single most important part of exercising that responsibility, that dominion, is starting to take a big step back.
So is that what the future looks like, or instead will it look like this? Fantastic. Isn't he gorgeous? Huh. Oh, sweet smile. There's the fish. And then there's us. To do something to break out of the box. No matter the stress we're under, if we don't do something about our world, our food, slavery, it's up to you. It's up to me. Join me. Please watch the films featured in this review and listed in the credits. Thank you. The artists, musicians, characters featured may not agree with my sentiments or viewpoints. Together, we can do this.